if you look in UAE, we have you can say 3 different business areas, meaning marine, shipping, and logistics. All of them are very important to us. If you look on 2016, they have been trading very, very differently, whereas the marine activities has the rates have been cut quite drastically, to be honest. I mean, utilization is still there, but rates are extremely low, making it very, very tough. From an oil and gas, if you talk specifically oil and gas, I mean, activities are definitely slower, but we also see that a lot of companies, especially during the last couple of months, seems to be getting more ready for business, or what we should say. Assets that have been laid up, cold stacked, are now moving into yards, being upgraded, perhaps not directly moving into contract, but getting back into warm stack instead of cold stack. So there are definitely signs there that it's going to get better. Yeah, I think what is happening is a lot of assets has been moved into the Middle East in speculation that this will be the first market to pick up from an oil and gas point of view.
You're talking specifically about marine activities?
Marine and drilling also. So it's both areas. So I think it's a lot of cautiously optimistic, I would say, for going forward. We are very optimistic about that side of our business. What we have seen over the last year or so is that, I mean, Dubai, from a distribution point of view, is very important for this region, and we have seen a dip in volumes going into Saudi Arabia, but for the local market, it's holding up relatively well, and also the rest of the region. The dip you can see in Saudi, especially from Q2 this year, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's better than I was hoping for in the beginning of the year. I mean, if you look on the liner side of the business, I mean, there you can say act in 2 capacities. One being the agent for some of the lines, and number 2 as a freight forwarder. I mean, as a shipper of goods, you're of course benefiting from extremely low freight rates. That's obviously everybody's happy with that, but container lines are suffering big time. If you look on the consolidation going on for the time being, it's basically triggered by all these events and forcing the players to merge. And I don't think we have seen the last step there, even though it's been over the last couple of months quite busy. I think there is more to come for sure, my personal view, because there are still players in the segments where you wonder, will they really be able to survive? And talking to the players, I don't see any recovery in freight rates in the short to medium term. There is still too much capacity being put into the market, with still sluggish growth to support it. So even though it's slowed down significantly, it's still not enough to bring back
that capacity as it used to be.
No, exactly. And I mean, look at it. They are scrapping ships that are less than 10 years.
No way.
Yeah, it's unheard of if you look back a few years.
No, because they cannot maintain it.
No.
But yes, that's what you're saying is one. But then we talk to other freight forwarders and transport companies, and company like yourself, for example, you invested 65 millions in the industry this
okay.
year.
That's a different. When I say freight forwarding, I exclude contract logistics.
Okay.
So contract logistics is quite different, and it's an area where we have had historical very much up and downs, but for the time being, it's doing really well in many locations, in particular here in Dubai. So it's something where we feel that it's a solid business opportunity, and we see steady growth going forward as well. Yeah, these are long-term investments. I mean, GAC is a privately owned company, so we don't have any short-term shareholders knocking our door every quarter saying, exactly. We invest where we believe in it in the long term. So even if it might be a little bit bumpy in a very short term, I think long term it's going to be very good investments. And at any given time, you want to have. I think it's the right time to invest. I mean, especially in infrastructure like that. I mean, steel prices quite low. You need a lot of steel to build warehouses, and also the contractors are not so busy, so you get decent rates for investing. So we think it's the right time. And as I said before, it's not speculative investments. It's where we invest ourselves, and then we can cut back on some rented facility and put it in our own instead. So.